1. Analyzing Pittsburgh Penguins trade values for Rust and Rakell. 2. Penguins trade values, Rakell and Rust, what they're really worth. 1. Analyzing Pittsburgh Penguins trade values for Rust and Rakell. The Daily, evaluating the trade value of Rust and Rakell, Bednar expresses gratitude. In a thought-provoking piece this morning, Dan Kingerski from Pittsburgh Hockey Now delves into the potential trade scenarios for the Pittsburgh Penguins, specifically focusing on what they might seek in exchange for Bryan Rust, a native of Michigan, or Rickard Rakell. The Detroit Red Wings, who are actively searching for additional scoring talent, would likely be interested in acquiring either of these players. Kingerski provides an analysis of Rakell's market value, suggesting that the Penguins could expect to receive a solid B+ level prospect or a young player, along with a draft pick positioned between 25th and 48th overall, the first half of the second round. Depending on the perceived value of these initial assets, they might also consider including a depth NHL player, such as a bottom six forward, a backup goalie, or a third-pair defenseman, whom General Manager Kyle Dubas could potentially trade for further assets. When it comes to Bryan Rust, Kingerski asserts that the asking price is significantly higher, estimating it to be a guaranteed first-round draft pick along with a young player who is expected to step into Rust's role within a year or two. Rust's value is challenging to define because it encompasses more than just statistics. There are intangible factors at play, Kingerski notes. On paper, Rust and Rakell may appear similar, but they are quite distinct in reality. The emotional aspect of acquiring Rust is just as crucial as his tangible value. He would be an exceptional asset for any team aiming to cultivate a winning culture. This includes teams like the Detroit Red Wings, Buffalo Sabres, Anaheim Ducks, or even the Ottawa Senators. Kingerski further elaborates, questioning whether Rust could elevate teams like Detroit, Buffalo, or Anaheim into playoff contenders. The answer is a resounding yes. Achieving playoff success not only signifies growth for the team but also translates into increased fan engagement and substantial revenue from playoff games. Thus, while every general manager can debate Rust's worth based on statistics, Dubas has shown prudence in retaining him, recognizing that these intangible qualities could be pivotal in guiding the Penguins through their transitional phase. **** Red Wings updates you might have missed ****. Goalie Jen Bednar has not abandoned his aspiration to play in the NHL and expresses his gratitude for the support he has received from the Red Wings organization. In a paywalled article, Detroit Hockey Now ranks the top 10 NHL prospects for the Red Wings and forecasts their expected arrival times in the Detroit lineup. For those interested in subscribing, further details can be found here. If you're eager to see Joe Veleno donning a Montreal Canadiens jersey, your wait will be short. The Red Wings are set to face off against Montreal on October 9th. **** Red Wings extra ****. Coach Todd McLellan's squad will kick off their season with a road game against the Toronto Maple Leafs on October 13th, coinciding with Canada's Thanksgiving. The game is scheduled to begin at 4 p.m. This Canadian Thanksgiving will also mark the debut of Prime Monday Night Hockey, featuring a doubleheader that includes the Detroit Red Wings versus the Toronto Maple Leafs and the St. Louis Blues against the Vancouver Canucks. For full details, check out the official announcement. **** Hockey Now Network highlights ****. Colorado ****. Arif Dean discusses why the Avalanche should consider making a trade for Yegor Chinakhov. **** Montreal ****. Mark Dumont investigates potential partners for trading Carey Price's contract. New Jersey James Nichols examines the future of Nico Dawes with the Devils. Vegas Hannah Kirkell questions whether the Golden Knights' opening night lineup is already finalized. 2. Penguins trade values, Rakell and Rust, what they're really worth. The Pittsburgh Penguins are setting an astronomically high price tag on Bryan Rust and Rickard Rakell, but here's the controversial twist: are rival GMs actually willing to meet it? As the NHL's free agency period cooled off, Penguins GM Kyle Dubas made it crystal clear he won't part with these scoring wingers cheaply. While other teams scramble for offensive firepower, Pittsburgh holds the last premium cards in the deck, a position Dubas isn't afraid to leverage. But here's where it gets interesting. Despite bigger names like Jason Robertson or Jordan Kyrou floating in rumor mills, Rust and Rakell represent the most tangible trade targets available right now. The silence around actual negotiations? That either means Dubas is playing his cards impossibly close to the vest, or rival teams balked after hearing his demands. No one truly knows, and that mystery itself fuels the drama. When valuing these wingers, two realities collide: what Dubas wants versus what the market will bear. History offers clues though. Back in 2022, the Penguins landed Rakell himself for depth forwards and a second-round pick, a move then seen as shrewd. Fast forward to this offseason, Buffalo traded 60-point young winger J.J. Peterka to Utah for prospect Josh Doan and defenseman Michael Kesselring. Even more telling? At the recent deadline, Brock Nelson commanded a first-rounder, third-rounder, and a recent first-round prospect from Colorado. Nelson's higher offensive output and center positions skew the comparison, but it sets a ballpark. Neither Rust nor Rakell would net that exact return, but dial it down slightly and you see their tier. Think a quality prospect, a pick between 25th to 48th overall, and perhaps a replaceable NHL piece. Rakell's valuation dances between extremes. His 35-goal, 70-point bounce back in 2024 to 25 screams bargain for his $5 million cap hit, until you recall his dismal 37-point showing just a year prior. When paired with elite centers like Crosby or Malkin, he's a lethal top-6 weapon, versatile, defensively sound, and capable on either wing. But that inconsistency? That's the gamble. Is he the 70-point difference maker or the 37-point question mark? For me, his realistic price sits at a B+ prospect, a top 50 pick, and a depth NHLer. If a GM falls in love, maybe a sub-25th pick emerges. But here's the kicker: is 35-goal potential worth banking on when his floor remains terrifyingly low? That's where opinions will clash. Rust, though statistically similar, carries something raw, intangible value. His career-high 31 goals weren't flukes, they capped a steady ascent from grinder to indispensable top-liner. Unlike Rakell, Rust didn't just ride coattails, he earned his stripes through relentless forechecking, defensive diligence, and unwavering consistency. Need proof? Look beyond the stats. Rust embodies the gritty, playoff-tested identity rebuilding teams like Detroit, Buffalo, or Ottawa desperately lack. That's why Dubas's sky-high tag feels justified. Rust could legitimately accelerate a franchise's timeline. Imagine him igniting a young core, leading a playoff push, and generating millions in postseason revenue. That's the hidden ROI rival GMS must weigh. So what's Rust truly worth? Start with Rakell's framework, then add a premium, perhaps a guaranteed first-rounder plus a near-NHL-ready prospect. It sounds steep, but consider the alternative. Without Rust, does that bubble team truly believe they'll take the next step? That's the emotional calculus Dubas is banking on. Now I turn it over to you. Is Dubas justified in demanding elite returns for players with clear flaws, or is this an overreach that'll leave Pittsburgh empty-handed? And who holds more untapped value, Rakell's high-reward ceiling or Rust's championship pedigree? Drop your take below. Let's spark the real debate.